led by he's averaging. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, yo? Welcome to another edition of the College Basketball Hangout for Friday, December the 9th, I believe. That's the life of a gambler, man. You, you lose which day it is, you know. Like if you notice, I post my picks and I'm always like a day off. I noticed that yesterday. Anyway, y'all, I apologize. I really went off topic yesterday, and short card. Just wanted to fill some time, talk to y'all, get to know everybody, and you know, basically everybody get to know me. But uh, I forgot to give you one of my best plays. Michigan first half. So mad at myself at that. But if you follow me on Twitter, you saw, and those that follow me on Twitter and that have, watched the show in the past when I was doing the We Got Next WNBA show, when I have an asterisk next to a game that's 2 units. So, you get a couple asterisks. I'm putting 4 units on it. So just keep that in mind. I didn't put any extra units today. I was close to doing that, but I just couldn't get there. And there's my guy DJ Big Boss, the Prez. What's good, bro? We'll be having him back here shortly. His daughter's back from college, so he's spending time with his family. But yeah. So let's get rocking here. What's up, G? Good to see you, my guy. Don Play, Kylie Reynolds. Good to see y'all, man. Good to see y'all. Let's see what's going on with the chat here before we get started. Told y'all to teach. Yeah, man. Almost under. Yeah, yeah. You're right, bro. You're right. And I'm the first one to say that. I'll tell you what, though. Whoever almost got the Marshall under. I ended up taking that Marshall first half over 72 and got that by a point. So appreciate you opening my eyes on that one, man. But yeah, the under, I like the under in that Marshall game, full game. I forget who it was that had posted that yesterday. I don't think that was you. Was that you, Kylie? Maybe I mixed it up and said, the under full game, or, take the over in the first half. I remember talking about it, but I can't remember. Maybe I misread what you were putting on there. I think that's what probably what it was. But yeah, that under, I'm surprised that under didn't hit, to be honest with you. I mean, they were in the 120s with just a couple minutes left. And, I can't believe that went over 152, but that's the game, man. That's gambling. That's gambling. Argentina, they still up 1-0. I know I was at Philly Live earlier putting plays in because usually I put them in at night. And I stayed up till like 4 a.m. and couldn't get my first half lines, man. I was like, damn. And even I woke up early too. I woke up at like 9 and they still didn't have them up. What's up, Tatiana? How you doing? Appreciate you being here. Fernie, my guy. What's good, baby? Yeah, man. Let's get that cash, Fernie. Let's get that cash, bro. All right. So let's get started here. Again, I apologize. I never even talked about Michigan yesterday. I had 2 plays that I put in the night before. 2 plays I put in the night before, and I only talked about one of them on here because, well, that was the one I had the most money on, and that cash force, the money line and the spread for the first half on Massachusetts Lowell. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for cashers here, and hopefully we have a couple for you today. So first up, we're going to talk about here is Dartmouth versus Central Connecticut State. Central Connecticut, this game right here, when I first looked at it, it wasn't something that I was going to bet on until I started really looking at the numbers in this game. and we're going to talk about basketball here, not gambling bullshit and all this other stuff today. So, be quick in and out here on this game on this show today. Uh, but let me pull up my pull up my notes here on this Dartmouth Central Connecticut game, because the first game I was going to take, in all honesty, was going to be Bryant first half. Uh, you know, Stony Brook is one of those teams though that I don't want to bet against them. They're a tough, gritty team out of the Colonial, and I don't like betting against Colonial teams. Even though I think Bryant should handle them. That number's dropped 2.5 points since it opened, and I had a feeling it would, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't. I'm glad it didn't come out last night, because I most likely probably would have jumped on Bryant 7.5. Don't know what that line is right now, but it's a number that Bryant can cover in the first half. But this Stony Brook team they're just gutty. They're ballers, and I mean, you look at these numbers here for this game, and the defensive rating for Bryant is top 100, and they're going against a 300 plus ranked offensive team, and a 300 plus ranked defensive team with a 31st ranked offense. I mean, in all reality, Bryant should whoop them up. And look, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to talk myself into taking this Bryant first half. Oh, watch. I'm going to end up taking it. I got to go with my gut. I am. I'm going to end up taking it. I'm not going to bullshit you guys. I'm looking at this more, and the more I'm looking at it, and the more I'm most likely going to take this game, especially now that the line's dropped, and we can get a 7 first half on this. That number's pretty sharp, though. That's a lot of points for that first half. But I mean, Bryant can pull this out in double digits. I mean, I've said that before, and it doesn't happen. But I'm going to take a flyer on it, man. I'm going to throw a half unit on it, just between us. Not even going to post it on Twitter or whatever. So now let's get back to the game I was going to started to talk about here. That's a 6 p.m. game, by the way. That Bryant Stony Brook game, just so you all know. Next game that I'm talking about, the Dartmouth Central Connecticut State. That game tips off at 7 p.m. And we really have teams going in Central Connecticut. I don't know what. They're a team that perplexes me. Excuse me. They're hot garbage, but their last couple games, they've really tightened up against Brown, against Holy Cross. I know they covered the number, I believe, against both in the first half. And because I lost on one of them, I believe it was Holy Cross. Yeah, they ended up actually losing the first half by 2 against Holy Cross the other day. And I had taken Holy Cross. Don't ask me why I took Holy Cross, man. That's a team that's hot garbage too. So, this Dartmouth team, if they come out to play, they should have no problems. The only thing that it's scaring me, there's a short number on this. I don't know why there's a short number. I've tried looking into it. I can't figure out why. You've got a top 100 defensive rated team in Dartmouth against a 342nd defensive rated team in. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even talk about that. I should say that a 95th rated defensive team in Dartmouth versus a 346th offensive rated team in Central Connecticut. And as far as offensive ratings go, the Dartmouth is 257th versus 342. So I mean, all the numbers are really swinging and looking Dartmouth's way. As far as pace, field goal percentage. They're a full five points better field goal percentage shooting team than Central Connecticut. They're averaging almost 3 point field goals per game more than Central Connecticut. Their field goal percentage is 3 or 4, almost 4 points higher than Central Connecticut. The only thing that Central Connecticut has as far as shooting goes over Dartmouth is free throws. They have them by about 1.5%. So, which I don't think this game comes down to free throws. I really don't. I mean, you've got big advantage for Dartmouth on the boards. They're averaging five rebounds more a game, which is mostly on the defensive end. They both average around seven offensive boards a game. So offensively they're probably about the same, but defensively is where Dartmouth pulls away with from Central Connecticut, and you're going to give me a short number at a half for that first half, and I'm going to take it. So that's my reasoning behind taking this, and I have a little more going on in this next game to talk about, just because it's a more interesting matchup. So we'll move on to that game, and that's going to be Queens University versus High Point. This is a High Point team that they're hot. They're 8-1. They just beat Furman. They've got some height to them. They're working with a couple, 6'7", 6'8", a 6'4" guard, 6'2" guard. They're definitely taller than this Queens University team. This Queens University team's a division. This is their first year in Division I, but they've done pretty well. They're 7-2. I've won money on them. I've been cashing on them and Stonehill. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I'm cashing on Stonehill left and right. That's another team that just transferred into Division I. So, I'm high on this Queens University team. I just don't know if they might be a little outclassed. I mean, not outclassed, but outsized here. Let me pull up my notes on this one so I can talk a little bit more about it to you guys. Yeah, I mean, with this team, they've really thrived. They beat Marshall first game. They ended up going 1-1. They're 1-0 to start the season off, beating Marshall by a point. I think it was like 86, 87 or something around there, and that's their marquee win that they've had. But they lost to George Mason a couple weeks ago, and that one just really wasn't even close from start to finish. The final number was a lot closer than what the game actually was, and they've benefited. Queens University's benefited from sloppy play, but I'm wondering if that sloppy play is due to their defense. I mean, they've got a pretty decent defense, and that's what I'm banking on to slow down this high high scoring offense. Is that defense? It's. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here trying to read my notes and talk to you guys. The Queens only plays. They've got they don't have a deep bench. They play about 6 or 7 guys, and their main I guess their big man is, and forgive me if I get this name wrong, Aduro, I believe it is. And that's who's going to have problems. I'm trying to explain like why I'm liking this Queens University team. and I'm kind of like tripping on myself here for some reason. I don't know why, because they're ranked 149th in the country in defensive rating versus a 66th ranked offense of rated team in High Point. So but that's High Point. High Point's a fast. They're 75. They're fifth. They're fifth in the country in pace. So they're a fast offense, and but I think you have the defense here for Queens if they can dig their heels in and slow this team down. They're going to be able to compete in this game. And this line is actually going down. I think 4 points on the total last time I checked. I think it opened up at 156. Don't I believe it's 152 now. I'm not positive. I don't really mess with totals too much. So, but I mean, as far as everything else goes, the offensive rating of this Queens team is 35th in the nation compared to a 206th rated defensive rated team in High Point. So that's where the edge is at. We've got a 149th ranked defensive rated team in Queens versus a 66th rate offensive rated team in High Point. And but you have a 35th offensive rated team in Queens versus a 206th rated defensive rated team in High Point. So there's a big discrepancy there, and Queens University owns the advantage over the true shooting percentage at 58% compared to the 58.5% compared to the 57% that High Point has, and they own the turnover battle too. They're averaging, I guess about 14, 15 turnovers a game. So it's and six almost 7 steals per game. And the offensive boards though, and this is the crazy thing, they have a smaller squad, but they're ranked 11th in the country in offensive boards. I mean, that's granted, that's for who they're playing and so forth. But High Point hasn't played that much better of a schedule than Queens University. So I'm kind of I really like this team. I mean, they're averaging 39 rebounds per game. That's seventh in the country compared, but High Point's averaging 38. That's 12th in the country. You have two fairly evenly matched teams. I mean, Queens, if Queens can get to the line, they are almost a 70% foul shooting team, and that's amazing compared to the 65% that High Point is. As far as 3-point shooting, they're a better 3-point shooting team, not by much, but by smidge, and they own a better field goal percentage. The numbers are telling me Queens can be in this game. But it's a matter of, are they going to be able to get through High Point's height in the front court? And I think they can. We'll take a look at their schedule. Like I said, one of their marquee wins was against Marshall, but they really got stomped up by LaSalle. George Mason, that game right there, they lost by 7. And I know that game because that was a game that I actually cashed on that game because I took them first half in that game. They lost by 4. I think I misspoke earlier. But they just beat Bowling Green a couple weeks the end of November, where this High Point team has played let me take a look at their schedule so far. They played Furman. They just beat Furman. That was a good win for them, but they haven't really played anybody either. They played UNLV, but they lost by 10 points to a UNLV team, and UNLV team that slowed them down to 68 points. And that's what Queens is going to have to do. Queens is going to have to slow them down, and if Queens does that, Queens wins this game. And I think my thoughts as far as taking this first half, and this is why I took them money line. And I actually got them plus 145. at Caesars. I put the numbers in through FanDuel before I took them, and I got 145 on the money line, and then I put a unit on them plus 2.5. So I have a unit on each. So I do have 2 units on it, but I've got one on the money line and one on the spread. I like this game. And I started to this is the problem where if I can't get the lines like before I go to bed, I start getting in my own head and I start thinking to myself, oh, well, maybe this isn't the right choice, And that's a gambler's worst problem is getting into your own head. You know what I mean? Like talking yourself out of place. Let me see what's going on with the chat here. I've just been rambling on. I see my guy Cabby's up in here. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. JT, what's good, bro? Good to see you. Let me take a look at any questions you guys have going on here before we move on. Stony, yeah, JT, I like that play, the under 149, but it's nothing that I'm going to play because the only way that stays under is if Stony Brook is able to slow Bryant down, and I don't know if they're going to be able to, bro. That might be something where I might look at a first half over in that game. Let me take a look and see what that number is. That definitely, but at 149, I'm guessing that first half over is probably going to be like 68, and that might be something that I'd be interested in, just because I don't think that Stony Brook's going to be able to slow them down right off the bat. You know what I mean? If they do, it would be more of a full game thing. And I kind of agree with you on that. But I'm more leaning over on this, JT. And I hate to go against you on the totals. You're pretty on point with them. And the first half, of course, everything goes to all right, the first half total on this game is 71. So it's a little higher than I thought. I don't know. It's nothing that I'm going to be on. I don't know. Something's fit. You didn't get that number 149.5. It's just scary to me. It's scary to me because Stony Brook, if Bryant dictates the pace in this game, I think this game goes over. And Washington plus is 16.5. Yeah, I can see that. You got a Gonzaga team who's overvalued, I think. I'd look more towards Washington first half just because I'm a first half player. And I'm curious to see what that line would be. And that might be something that I put in later on after my games have already settled. And I'm looking for something late night maybe. And I don't know why every time I'm pulling this up, Caesars wants to rejuvenate or whatever that would. I don't know, man. My mind's all over the place right now. 9.5. I kind of like the Huskies getting 9.5 in the first half, so I would like that one more than the full game, to be honest with you, just because of just the way this Gonzaga team's built. And it's just how I bet anyway. So, Don Play, my guy, what's good, bro? Don't have that game at my casino. What game's that, man? The Queen's University? That would really suck if you don't have it there. I agree with you, Kylie. I don't think they lose by more than 4 in this game. You cash both teams to score. I had the over 2.5 in that Argentina. Let me know if that hit. I figured that game would be 2-1. Don Play Tease, can you look at Grambling versus Vanderbilt first half under 65? I was looking at that game, Don. I actually was looking at that game before we started here. So yeah, I can pull that back up for you, bro. Just give me a second and I will pull it right up and we will check it out. We'll talk it out. We will talk it out, man. I'll tell you what, I wish I could get a line on this New England U versus Merrimack. That's funny. Okay. All right. So as far as an under goes in this game, I think you're in good shape. I think an under is a good play in this. You don't have two very fast paced offenses, and as far as shooting percentages go, they're mediocre. Both teams are mediocre. Uh, you know, Vanderbilt shoots the three a little more. They're averaging 8.8 threes a game, where Grambling's averaging five. But you have a Grambling defense whose defensive rating at 89.5 is 31st in the country, and versus a offensive rated team that's 275th in the country. And then on the flip side, you have Vanderbilt, who has a defensive rating of 98.9, which is 160th in the country, versus 97.6 offensive rated team in Grambling, which is 310th in the country. I could definitely see this being an under, but in all honesty, I would like the full game under before the first half. But I can see that first half being under 65. It's just a personal preference. That's at the 137 and a half now. I think I think this game could be maybe high 120s, low 130s. So I think you're on to something there, Don. As long as you're going to play it straight and not parlay it, bro, go for it. But I don't have anything else for you guys. Oh, it's 2-2, so I got the over right on. Love it. Boom, boom. I'll take that shit, man, because I got plus money on that over. I think I was like, give me one sec. I got plus 148 on the over on that. So I'm happy with that. And I'm going to get plus 145 on that Queens University first half, plus 2.5 first half. Hopefully, we're going to cash for $245 in that game, and I'll be a happy camper. So we have a big slate tomorrow. Can't promise you that I'm going to do a show. I'll talk to Boss tonight, see what he wants to do, and I don't know if you're still in here, Boss, but you can post. You can post in the chat there if you want to do a show tomorrow. Um, there's if there's a couple early games that I'd be interested in that I would definitely take a look at, guys. Keep an eye out. These are games that I'm gonna probably be on as soon as the lines come out. I'm gonna be on Vermont first half. As soon as that line comes out, I'm gonna be on Connecticut first half. I don't care what that number is, to be honest with you. They're playing a Long Island U team who, you know, they seem to have been playing better, but they're just way outclassed. The only thing that I worry about in this game for for Connecticut is just them not being up for it. But they should just blow the friggin' shackles off of that LIU tomorrow, and that's a 12:30 game. So those are two first half games that I'm going to be looking at, and you'll get my number. I'll post them as soon as I get that number, and then you got a Big Five matchup in just Drexel and LaSalle. That's a game that actually, man, if I in Philly, maybe I'll go to that game. If it was at Drexel, I would go. LaSalle's up off the boulevard, so I don't know if I'll head to that game, but I mean it's not that far from me. So anyway, yeah, those are the early games that I will be on. So just keep an eye at Parlay Tees, and I appreciate you all being here, and I'll talk to Boss and see get him on here tomorrow and do a show. Saturdays. I don't know what my Saturday's looking like tomorrow, but I'll see what I can do because I like hanging out with you guys and I like to talk sports and get some money. You're looking at Penn State and Illinois. What are you looking at in that game, JT? Because I'll tell you right now, I'd be looking at Illinois, at least first half anyway. Not a really full game type of better, um, but then again, that kind of goes against what I do. Like I don't like betting home teams in the first half. I would prefer the bet to the road team in the first half. But and being that this is a Big Ten battle, I don't want to get wrapped up into this game, man. I lost some money. I lost a parlay last night betting OSU. It was my one loss on a parlay, and I was pissed off about it because it was like a $585 payout, and Ohio State screwed me over. So, all right, Joe. Well, look, I appreciate everyone coming out, and I will keep an eye out on my Twitter, and I'll let you know what we're doing tomorrow. Or definitely like and subscribe, and please comment. So throw a comment in on the Who-Bangin Sports Talk YouTube video here, College Hangout. Let us know if you like it, and what you want to see in it, and we will go forward from there. But I don't really have too much more going on tonight, and just keep an eye out for at Parlay Tees on Twitter, and you'll get all my action. And then I'll probably, if I'm going to do a video, I'll probably set it up around 3-4 in the morning after I get my plays in, and we'll go from there. But I'd like to do it around the same time. I'll talk to boss tonight, and we'll see what's up. But anyway, I appreciate everybody coming in today, and please bet responsibly. And let's cash some tickets, man. Let's make some money tonight. We've been making money all week. Let's keep it going. And JT, throw in the chat again what your plays were, man. Did you put them in there? Because I might have missed it. That's right. Stony Brook under and Washington plus 16.5. Well, good luck with that, bro. I hope you cash. I hope everyone else cashes. And let's make some money today. Let's make some money tonight, man. It's Friday night. We'll make some money, and we'll carry it into the weekend. All right. Peace out. Maybe peace out. I got to figure out where I'm at here. Oh, there we are. Later. I guess they're fed by